traumatized, Cat Noir. You don't need my miraculous. You need me to de-evilize you. Let me help you. Save me.
Good morning, everybody. It's a disgusting day outside, but it looks good on the camera because I'm using my phone camera and not the one I usually use, because for some reason it's still doing the weird fuzzies and I can't really fix it. It is currently still a UK lockdown as I'm filming this, so I'm not wearing any makeup because who wants to wear makeup when they're not even going outside today? I've got some thoughts. So I've got an animation degree. I graduated last year in animation visual effects. Woo, go me. And after I graduated, I just stopped watching animation altogether because I got so sick of it. I got so sick of seeing it everywhere, so I just stopped for a while and gave myself a break, and I was watching a bunch of live action stuff, normally shitty reality TV shows. Now I'm using this lockdown as an excuse whilst I'm not working because I'm a key worker. I'm using this lockdown to catch up with all the animated shows or films, whatever, that I've missed out on for the past year or so. I'm currently watching DuckTales. I got a few more to do which I can't remember at the top of my head, and right now I have already finished Steven Universe, the movie Steven Future and things like that, and I finished Miraculous Ladybug. And I've got some thoughts about Steven Universe, don't get me wrong, but there's a lot of YouTubers out there that have already made videos that already say exactly how I feel about Steven Universe Future. All I'm going to say about it is, on a positive note, Spinel is my queen. She's my absolute queen and I adore her in every way, and she will always be my queen. Okay, so that's out of the way. Let's talk about Miraculous Ladybug because that's what you clicked on the video for. Season 3, Season 2. I have some thoughts because I'm kind of upset. I'm going mad, but I'm not exactly mad because I still want to watch the show, but I'm not exactly optimistic about how this is going. When I imagine, this is a video for people who've already seen Miraculous Ladybug because no one else is going to understand what I'm talking about. So if you haven't watched it, just don't watch it. Don't watch this video. I always thought that the build up to Marinette and Adrien getting together or finding out who they are is always going to be a long process, a long plot line. One's going to find out one bit, one's going to find out the other, and it's going to keep going and going and going until I feel like it's a plot line I can go on for even 2 seasons long. I feel like, or a season and a half at least. I feel like it can go on for that long because that is the main plotline that Miraculous Ladybug fans are watching the show for. And this season has an episode where I feel like it kind of ruins everything. So where are we in season 3? Well, after season 2, there's a lot of other classmates who are miraculous superheroes, whatever they are, with Kwamis. There's 2 new love interests. There's Luca for Marinette, and there's Kagami for Adrien. At this point, after season 3, I feel like those 2 are really suited in their own pairs, because at this point, Adrien and Marinette don't seem like they're that good together, mainly because of Marinette. She is creepy AF in this season. There's this one scene in this episode where they're at a wax museum, the one with Manon, and Marinette stumbles across a wax figurine of Adrien and proceeds to flirt with it and smell it and then try to kiss it when it's not a wax figurine, it's actually Adrien pulling a prank. And I'm surprised that he isn't even creeped out by Marinette after the fact, because they're still friends afterwards. She's just acting so creepy and obsessive now. I don't even want to, I don't really feel like she deserves to be with Adrien at this point. I don't care. They've introduced, what's her name? Tina? Is that her name? I can't remember what this bitch's name is. Well, they introduce this girl, well, they do the trope in that other shows tend to do, where this new guy's introduced and everyone loves this person, but in reality, she's an absolute nasty little bitch. And Marinette sees it, but no one else sees it, so everyone blames Marinette for her being a really nasty person, and I hate this trope because it never goes right. It's always cringe-inducing. It's just a bad trope to use, and things could have gone, it could have been so much better. Also, this little girl's lies that she says to everyone in order to make everyone to like her, they're so obvious lies. Is everyone in this class really thick or something? Luca, the love interest from Marinette, it's only there to be another love interest from Marinette. I don't see any other personality traits that could have gone. I don't see any other personality traits for him. He plays the guitar and he's a musician. And that is it. But the one episode that I actually want to talk about, that actually grinds my brain, is the episode Chat Blanc, or Cat Blanc. The white cat. Adrian the white cat. Adrian the white pussy. Everything that you've won from the show. Adrian and Marinette find out about each other, their alter egos, the way they really feel about each other. This entire show is leading up to that point. That's the main plot points. As well as all the Kwame stuff, which are still not really that clear. But that's the main plot point, really. That's the one we've all been waiting for. And they try to cram everything into one episode and then have it all not matter in the end. The show introduces time travel, which... okay, if you want to use time travel in a show, it has to be the main focus of the show. It has to be a time travelling, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey show. You can't have time travel as a subplot or thing that just happens in a universe, because it never works. This world has its own rules for time travel. It has its own rules for something that doesn't exist. But the rules are something that you need to stand by, and then you can make up a little bit in order to suit your own universe. But if you have it as a main point in your story, you have enough time to expand it or ground it or make sure it's as clear as possible what the rules of time travel are in this universe. Because time travel is just only appearing every so often when the plot is convenient enough for time travel, we don't know the rules about it in this Miraculous Ladybug universe, and therefore it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It is such a hard thing to write, and for good reason, and it just, once again, it doesn't really work. Adrian finds out that Marinette is Ladybug through a gift that she left in his bedroom, which is still a little bit creepy anyway.
Adrian's trophies. Adrian's basketball hoop. Adrian's foosball table. Adrian's desk. Adrian's video games. Adrian's bed. Oh, Adrian's scent.
Adrian learns this fact and then is convinced that he's in love with Marinette, and so he confesses his love for her, and they date a lot, and then suddenly, by the end... what's the dad's name again? I can't remember the dad's name now. So Mr. Aggress tells Marinette and Adrian that they can't be together. Marinette tries to convince Adrian that she doesn't love him, and in reality she does, but she's doing this to protect him, and you know, that crap that we've seen a lot of times. Mr. Aggress, who is actually Huckmoth. His name is Huckmoth and his actual name is Gabriel Aggress. I'm remembering names again. Adrian and Marinette turn into Cat Noir and Ladybug. They find out about each other and their secret identities. They have a fight with Huckmoth in Adrian's basement. They see Adrian's dead, maybe dead, I don't know, sleeping mother in a coffin, and they discover that Gabriel is Huckmoth, and all hell breaks loose. Mr. Gabriel Aggress, when he finds out that Adrian is Cat Noir all this time, doesn't really pause for a moment. He doesn't really reflect. He doesn't really think of the safety of his son. He instead, without a shadow of a doubt, within seconds, remains pretty evil and goes, "Oh my god, my son has been Cat Noir all this time.
I'm going to use that to my advantage."
Cat Noir, my own son? The miraculous will soon be mine.
Which I think is really out of character for him. I get that this is a fake future and this isn't supposed to happen. This isn't really how it goes down. But still, this is not how he would react to that information. They have that little confrontation in the basement where the dead mum is. I'm the villain and also your father.
Guess what happens next?
Cat Noir just doesn't know what to do anymore, and he's also upset and confused and angry, and it's the perfect time for Hawkmoth to akumatize him. And he's trying to resist, he's going, no, I don't want to do it. And then he has to decide whether to destroy Ladybug or Hawkmoth. Which should he choose? Oh my god, it's crazy. And instead of blowing up one of them two, he blows up the entire world, the entirety of Paris, whatever it is, because he has the power to destroy the whole world right now. And he ends up becoming a lonesome, sad little white boy. Ladybug from the past comes in, sees Cat Noir as this sad little white cat, and discovers slowly all the things that have happened in this future.
Let me help you.
Wake me up!
And then of course she saves the day, she defeats the bad guy, and everything is restored to normally once she goes back in time to restore the present that she gave that enables Adrian to realise Marinette is Ladybug. She gets rid of that basically, and everything goes back to normal at the end of the episode. Oh my god, where to begin? This episode is everything I could have wanted from the series and more, but it's all squished and banged together and it amounts to nothing in the end. It's like an adrenaline rush and it's finished. For what it is, just looking at the series, the season right now, for what it is, it's fine. And I'm not that incredibly mad about it, to be honest. It's just really confusing or a little bit of a disappointment, but it's not actually bad. I'm just thinking about what it could be, which I know you're not really supposed to do because that defeats really the point, but what it could have been, it could have been so much better. This plot line feels like something that should have been stretched out a whole season or season and a half, and this episode could have been like, well, not this episode, but the concept of the two find out about one another, Cat Noir being akumatized, being corrupted, trying to kill everything basically, because I feel like that's what he wants to do, just destroy everything after what's happened. I feel like it could have been a really good series finale or series beginning before it leads on to whatever the next plot line is. And I know this episode ends with everything going back to normal, and that would have been really frustrating if that was a whole season plot and it would have gone back to the beginning, but I'm sure the writers would have figured out a way of how to not make that so annoying. I'm sure they would know how to do that, especially if they have a plan for what's going on. But I feel like they just didn't have a plan for this season or this episode. This feels like a fanfic episode put in there, and not a very good one, to be honest. It did make me squeal a little bit seeing some Adrianette or I don't know what the ship names are, but you know, it was nice seeing those moments, but it doesn't make sense as an actual story, as an actual episode. I'm just thinking, like, all the highs and lows, what's going on. One episode they can find out about each other, another episode they'll find out about their alter egos and what's going on, what's happening, and it keeps building and building throughout every episode until it comes to this final or this beginning. Or maybe it could be a whole series finale where there'll be no more Miraculous Ladybug and this is what will happen. And you know, if you're going to add time travel into the series now, literally anything could happen now. You can do anything. I just wish it could have been a whole lot better. And that is literally all I have to say. But we're going to end this on a positive note. It did make me want to look forward to season 4. I want to see where this goes. I want to see what happens. And I'm gonna keep up with it this time. I'm not gonna leave it for months. And now I'm gonna go back to watching the rest of DuckTales. Stay safe, everyone. Love you. Bye.